XRP is on the move, just as we predicted. In this video, we're diving into the next major level XRP needs to reach to keep this breakout alive, and just how far this rally could take us. Tired of fake gurus who claim to be expert traders but never trade live? I trade live on the second largest crypto exchange, where everything is transparent and results can't be faked. For over 440 days, I've consistently closed every month in profit. In the last 90 days alone, my followers have earned over $34,000 in profits with only 4% drawdown. Verified results, not empty claims. Want to see my verified stats? Click the first link in my profile and start copying my trades for free today. But that's not all. There's some intriguing news fueling this surge, and we'll unpack exactly what's driving the momentum. Oh, and wait for it, a fresh lawsuit has dropped, claiming XRP is a security. We'll break down what this case means, whether it could shake things up, and what it all spells for XRP's future. Don't miss a second of this deep dive. Stick around until the end. Let's dive straight into the latest drama, the brand new lawsuit involving XRP. If you're feeling a little deja vu, you're not alone. After surviving the Ripple versus the SEC saga, where it was confirmed that XRP is not a security, even the SEC finally agreed. Here we are again with a fresh case claiming, you guessed it, XRP is a security. This time, it's not the SEC, it's the district attorney in Oregon filing a suit against Coinbase, accusing them of selling illegal securities. Sounds dramatic, right? But honestly, this whole case feels like a massive nothing burger. The district attorney has no authority to redefine federal securities law, especially when we just saw Paul Adkins join the SEC, someone who clearly leans towards recognizing that crypto assets like XRP aren't security. So, while this lawsuit might stir the pot, it's unlikely to leave a lasting mark. Let this guy make all the noise he wants. He can claim Tesla stock isn't a security, or even argue that Beanie Babies are, who knows what he'll come up with next. But here's the thing, his opinion doesn't matter. He's headed for a huge loss in this case, especially since a higher district court has already ruled against this kind of argument. XRP is not a security, plain and simple. This case, it's a dead end. It'll get tossed out quickly without making a dent. It holds zero weight against the significant progress we've already achieved. So, if that headline had you stressed, wondering if we're back to square one with them calling XRP a security, take a deep breath. There's no chance this argument sticks. This looks like a rogue district court trying to push its own agenda, but let's be real, it's not going anywhere. It's a dead-end effort. No real progress will come of this. Even if, by some chance, there's movement on this, it's really more of a Coinbase issue. We already know XRP itself isn't a security that's been established. What they're trying to argue is that Coinbase sold it as one. Honestly, it doesn't seem to matter much either way, and it's unlikely this will ever circle back to Ripple or XRP. At the end of the day, this feels like a Coinbase-specific hurdle, if it's even that. And to be fair, I wouldn't call it a major issue. There are far more influential voices out there saying the exact opposite. This whole situation just reinforces that the debate is still tangled up in politics for reasons beyond logic. A lot of these Democrats keep pushing to label certain things as securities, and honestly, I can't figure out why. But honestly, who cares? It's a total nothing burger. Just wanted to clear that up. Now, let's move on to something way more interesting that caught my eye today. This one's worth your attention because it's subtle, but could be a game changer. Earlier today, shout out to Di for pointing this out, Michael Arrington shared a fascinating post. It was a cost analysis comparing the new chip-based payment system to the old-school SWIFT network. Here's the kicker. With the chip system, transactions cost just 12 cents in network fees and are settled almost instantly. Meanwhile, the SWIFT system, a whopping 5% fee, and a painful 72-hour wait for settlement. Chips versus SWIFT. This comparison isn't just interesting, it's a glimpse into the future of payments. This was the difference between a 12-cent transaction and a $5,000 0-cent transaction, and it's fascinating to see Michael Arrington bringing this up right now. What makes it even more intriguing is his long-standing support for XRP as a global settlement tool. Arrington has been one of XRP's most vocal advocates, and his connection with Brad Garlinghouse adds another layer of curiosity. Is there more to this than meets the eye? Based on his post, it feels like he's dropping a hint. The focus on cross-border payments, instant settlements, and the ultra-low transaction costs of XRP seems deliberate. Could he be signaling something bigger on the horizon? I can't help but wonder, could this be a subtle hint that Ripple and XRP are in play here? Maybe it's his way of suggesting, without outright saying, that they're working together. This guy posts sparingly, and when he does, it almost always ties back to XRP in some way. I thought this was too intriguing not to share. While it's not solid proof that Chips is using XRP, it does make you think, and let's face it, if anyone would have the inside scoop on this, it's Michael Arrington. For those unfamiliar, Chips is essentially an alternative to SWIFT. It serves a similar purpose, catering to a lot of Western-specified countries. Could this be the next step in the evolution of cross-border payments? Just throwing it out there for you to consider. Chips is shaping up to be a major player, a payment system backed by China, Russia, and India, aiming to rival SWIFT. But here's the intriguing part. What kind of cutting-edge tech are they using to execute instant settlements for fractions of a penny? That's the real hook here. It's worth bringing to everyone's attention, especially since so many are asking, when will the adoption of new payment tech really take off? Maybe it's already happening right under our noses. Speaking of momentum, let's shift gears and dive into the XRP price chart. A lot of eyes are on XRP right now, and for good reason. Finally, we're seeing some action. The moves we're witnessing align with what I've been anticipating over the past few days, thanks to the patterns XRP has been building. In my view, this is one of the most dependable setups we've seen for XRP in a while. Right now, there's a massive descending resistance line that's been holding XRP back for months, since late February or early March. It's been a relentless ceiling, continually pressing XRP downward. But here's the silver lining. XRP has been steadfastly supported by a strong $2.00 level, holding firm despite the pressure. What we're seeing is this long-term resistance closing in on long-term support, creating a critical juncture. Historically, when these patterns emerge, XRP is gearing up for a significant move, whether it's breaking out or breaking down. I've been arguing for quite some time that the next move will likely be upward. And while we've covered one reason already, there's so many other factors pointing in that same direction. Institutional adoption of cryptocurrency is no longer a distant dream. It's happening now. The big question is, which cryptocurrency companies and networks will emerge as the ultimate winners in this race? It's only a matter of time before the world wakes up to the game changers leading this revolution. With that in mind, I believe the momentum is likely heading upward. That said, moments like these are pivotal, and anything can happen. Right now, the spotlight is on XRP. It's at a critical crossroads, deciding whether to break out or pull back. From the looks of it, XRP seems to be leaning toward a breakout. It's currently printing a green candle, pushing past long-standing resistance, and has just closed a daily candle above it. Now, all eyes are on whether it will follow up with another green candle and solidify its upward move. This is a promising sign. Bitcoin is climbing steadily, easing some of the market's pressure, while XRP seems to be saying, enough with the downtrend, it's time to rise again. Let's not forget, XRP recently made a jaw-dropping 500% surge before stalling out. A move like that isn't something you just breeze through. When an asset rockets 500, 600%, it's natural for it to take a breather, regroup, and stabilize before gearing up for its next big leap. And that's exactly what XRP has been doing, cooling off, refreshing, and preparing for what's next. Now, if you look closely at the charts, it feels like XRP is ready to reclaim its upward momentum. What I'm really excited to see is XRP making its way up to the $2.60 mark. I think it has the potential to get there quickly, and once it does, we'll officially be back in a solid uptrend. From that point on, XRP could start building serious momentum towards setting a new all-time high. It's all about the comeback, right? After spending so much time in a downtrend, XRP is finally breaking out. The reversal has happened, the trend is broken, now it just needs to pick up steam to push for those higher price levels. So far, things are looking fantastic, and honestly, it's been so satisfying to call this move right as I was recording yesterday's video. The question now is whether it can maintain this momentum. Fingers crossed that this isn't just another fake out because, as we've seen, those can be a buzzkill. Looks like we had a bit of a fake out here, but I've got a feeling. Folks, things are finally starting to click in the market. The pieces we've been noticing for a while now are falling into place. The big question is, what's going to light the spark? I don't think enough people are paying attention to what's brewing in the United States. This summer, we've got 10 XRP ETFs lined up from some of the biggest financial players out there. At the latest, they're set to drop by September, but honestly, I don't think we'll have to wait that long. Big moves are coming. I'm betting the big moves will happen around July and August. This could bring billions of dollars flooding into XRP money that's never touched it before. Earlier this year, XRP jumped from $0.50 to $3.00, almost out of thin air, driven by a few $1 million, maybe $100 million, 0 cents tops. Now imagine what happens when serious players with way bigger wallets step in. Some of these investors have more money in a single account than what caused that pump. They're not your typical Bitcoin maximalists. They're seeking the next big thing. And guess what? XRP might just be their top pick. These are savvy, well-educated, institutional investors, the type who demand solutions that make sense. Now, think about it. What makes more sense to a high net worth individual tired of dealing with outdated banking systems than a solution like XRP? XRP eliminates the pain points instantly. We've already broken it down. Moving $100,000, 0 cents with the old system, costs $5, 0 cents, and takes 72 hours. With XRP, it's done in seconds, effortlessly. The financial world we're heading into will be unrecognizable compared to today. This isn't just speculation, it's the inevitable future, powered by the technology we've been analyzing for years. XRP is the digital asset leading this charge. It's not just a player in the game. It's the foundation being built to drive this transformation forward. While many cryptocurrencies focus on everyday user adoption, Ripple has always aimed higher, seeing the bigger picture from the start. They recognized that the very reasons individuals love cryptocurrencies, speed and low cost, are exactly why institutions would too. But here's the catch. Institutions face a much larger challenge. With massive transaction volumes and higher stakes, their need for an efficient solution is far greater. Enter Ripple, positioning the XRP ledger as the answer. It's clear to the savvy investors jumping in that this isn't just a niche problem. This is a game-changing opportunity for crypto to shine. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this update gave you something to think about.